Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the heavyweight bout between Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou. So this is the second matchup. In the first matchup, Stipe won unanimous decision, was the underdog, and now rematching again, well fighting again, not rematching again, fighting again. And once again, Stipe is the underdog. Not as big of an underdog as he was in the first fight, but yet again the underdog to a man that, not the champion, and now a guy that he's already beaten. And Francis Ngannou got some new steam under him, and now he's returning. And Stipe, he got some steam under him as well. He lost to Cormier, got knocked out, went back, and went back to the drawing board in a way, started training up, got a rematch. Like he was begging for that rematch, got the rematch, came from behind and knocked Cormier out, then went again for him and beat him again. Not by knockout, but by decision. But still, I think dropped him in that one too. But so then he went 2-1 against Cormier. Basically, got his belt back. Faced adversity. Was that pretty much about to be shut out against Cormier? Like in that second fight, if the pace of that fight would have continued how it was going, or the direction that fight continued going, we could have very much seen like Stipe being the one retiring in that case, or legacies could definitely been different. But yeah, Stipe did that. That's all I'm gonna say. Stipe did that. Francis Ngannou on the other side, he got a win over Cain Velasquez, like wins over Cain Velasquez, Junior Santos, and he lost to I was about to say he lost to Junior Santos. He lost to Derek Lewis right after he lost to Stipe Miocic, and then from there he rebounded, beat Curtis Blades, beat Cain Velasquez, beat Junior Santos, beat Jairzinho, and I think maybe one other person, but rebounded and got some wins. But what I would say is, first I'm gonna give credit to Francis Ngannou before I'm definitely gonna lean into Stipe in this one. I'm gonna give credit to Francis Ngannou. From looking at his training camp, it has been doing what he needs to do. He's been bringing in good wrestlers, and the best he can do. But also to compliment him on doing what he needs to do by bringing in wrestlers and not just working on striking like a lot of guys like Michael Johnson like this. Michael Johnson do be trying to wrestle, but it just don't be helping. But like I said, he is doing what he needs to do. But one thing to mention also the fact, even though he's training that way, he has not been really fought that in the cage. He might have fought Curtis Blades, but he hasn't been in a case where he's getting wrestled and actually won. He lost to Miocic. Like Miocic was able to take him down and control him, and just wear him out, and he lost. But he hasn't fought a fight like the Miocic won fight, and where he was a fight where he's getting taken down, had to get back up to his feet, and won a fight. He hasn't done that. He fought Curtis Blades twice, and he even in the first lead up to this Miocic fight, one of his earlier wins was Curtis Blades. So it's not like it's nothing new. He had to deal with his back against the wall right in a 2-fight losing streak, but it wasn't like it was an opponent he had never fought before and then already have a win over for. So it's not like, what I'm saying, basically kind of going with this one is that even though Francis Ngannou got new steam and is the favorite in this one, he hasn't really shown much inside the cage that he has not already shown. You can say he had some technical improvements or this and that. It's still the same thing, quick knockouts. It hasn't been a case where he had to been a slow technical fight. He can just beat somebody clean through 3 rounds or need to do that, or he went out and got takedowns and he showed some more submission skills. Matter of fact, in his first stint or his first run to the title, he had a submission victory, a decent submission victory. And this one's been all knockouts. So it's not like he hasn't shown any new wrinkles, hasn't shown any wrestling offensively, more so defensively. Had never really offensive wrestling, haven't shown any submission games in this second stint. Just quick knockouts again. So you can't really say, oh, he's been doing this and been doing that. Yes, we could see in training camp, but in the actual cage, it's been much of the same. Where we seen with Stipe, well, they both trimmed down, but Stipe seen trimmed down. You seen work on things. You saw him be able to make mid-fight adjustments against Cormier in the second fight, and I seen bigger leaps in his skill set in Miocic. And Miocic was the guy who won. So you're seeing more improvements from the guy who won than the guy who's lost, and he's the favorite again, and you feel like you got this new life in him. But what has he changed? But yeah, this is becoming this is becoming a medium pick. So let me kind of get to the point and get to the prediction on this one. I feel like Ngannou has made some improvements, but he has not faced that adversity in the cage, and has not really shown any of these improvements in the cage. Maybe outside the cage, maybe his overall skill set is evolving, but has not shown that in the cage. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing for him. But I typically gonna say, unless you really shown it in the cage, it don't really mean a whole lot. Because like I say, like John Jones, he's been training jiu-jitsu and all this stuff for a long time, but we haven't really seen much of a jiu-jitsu or any real improvements to his wrestling. But that's off the topic. But so just because you can show it outside the cage, until it's really shown in the cage, you can't really factor in too much. You only factor what you have actually done in a real life, real situation, and he has not shown that. So I'm gonna lean it to Stipe in this one. And to get to the prediction, I worry about Stipe, cutting weight, and maybe that's going to take away from how much damage he can take. Because now you're fighting a heavier guy still with the same amount of power, maybe a little bit more speed than before. As far as Ngannou, both of them improving in speed a little bit. Ngannou mainly cardio, but we haven't seen him go long. We only seen him, first round knockout still. So I do worry about him, his ability to take up damage, and he has been knocked out. And semi recently, and he is up there in age, but they're both. I mean, he's up there. He's older than Ngannou, but it's not like neither of them are spring chickens. So it's not like Ngannou's like this 30-year-old or 28-year-old, 27-year-old guy. He's like 33, 34 himself, and Stipe like 37, 38. So it's not like no big age gap. But yeah, but Stipe has been put out at least twice. But to get to the point, I think Stipe. I worry about Stipe being able to take damage when he's cutting down the weight like he is now, trying to go for that slimmer, faster, quicker, fleeter-footed style now, or at least build. But I like the fact that he's faced adversity. He has shown to be able to overcome adversity and the ability to make mid-fight adjustments. And I have not seen that for Ngannou. Matter of fact, I haven't seen Ngannou even had to win fights that really calls for him to dig deep in any type of way. It's just been run through opponents and knock them out. That's all it's been. Never a case of dig deep, make adjustments. It just, I see and destroy, see and destroy. One time he's faced with adversity, or both times he's faced with adversity, he lost. So I haven't seen that. And I feel like Stipe, with his improved footwork, his lighter stance, he's going to look out there to make a statement. He's not going to go out there and get another decision victory. It's probably still going to be a tough fight because Ngannou's not going to be an easy fight. You got a big, strong, hulking man that can knock through buildings and stuff. But it's not going to be an easy fight. But I see Stipe putting a stamp on him in this one. I see Stipe been a slip and counter, find time in it, time Ngannou's punches when he's loading up, get takedowns, wear him out. Maybe not early with the takedowns, but get some slips, get some counter, get him to react, get him to hesitate, or get him to overextend, and then maybe in the second round start getting his takedowns and land on him and wearing on him, just take him down. In that third round, start to land heavier counters when he's laboring, rip him to the body. In the fourth round, counter, rock him, drop him, then finish him off in that fourth round with ground and pound. So in this one, I have Stipe Miocic via fourth round TKO.